Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for some more Gran Turismo 7. We've got another lap guide for you for the lap time challenge that we do every 2 weeks. This one's come out yesterday, and make sure you do menu book 9 before you go into it, because that's what you need to activate sport mode. You'll be greeted with this when you get there, 2 million credits from the last one that we did, so that was a good one. And this time we are at Daytona road course in the Honda NSX from 2017. Now it's a nighttime race, the car is heavy, and currently the world record is a 149.782. So I'm thinking to be safe, you're going to need about a 152. So we'll need to choose our car. We haven't got it, so we've rented it. It's just easy enough to do. Rent the car, don't have to worry about it. And we've gone for a blue one. Now, before we head out onto track, what I do like to do every week is go into the ranking board and just see what the global rankings are doing. Get a bit of an idea where the world record is, and then compare that to where my friend list is at. Now, looking at this, I know that I want to be somewhere around the mid 152s. So as we go out on track, one thing that you've got to watch out for on this car is going into turn 1, because this car is extremely heavy and the suspension's extremely soft. So if you don't brake in a straight line, this happens. And it doesn't happen just the once, it happens more than once. In fact, it happened a fair few times before I actually got the hang of the car into turn 1. But once I did, as you can see here, it took me about 6 laps to get a reasonable time that I was pretty happy with. I could have just left it there. I had a 53.2 the lap before, and as I crossed the line, I got a 52.672. Now that's not a bad lap, I was pretty happy with that. But what I like to do at this point is I like to go back into the menu, go back and check the ranking boards, and just have a look at where I am, where I fit in. I wasn't super happy, but at this point what I look at doing is going into the top 100 and finding the slowest top 100 time that has a ghost available. So as you can see here, scroll to the bottom, and we've gone with Luke Cannon, who's the Finnish driver, and we've loaded up their ghost before we head back out on track to try and use that as a reference guide. If you are liking these track guides every other week when we do this lap time challenge, please do support the channel. Please do hit that like button. It does help out massively, more than you can imagine, just hitting that like button. And if you do want to stay up to date with these, please do also hit that subscribe button. Let's keep this channel growing. But let's go straight into this lap guide now. The first thing you want to keep in mind is just try and make sure you get as much speed as you can coming out of that long left-hander in the oval section. And as you go into here, this is your braking points, these squiggly lines on the floor. There's not a lot to go by, and you want to keep going straight up to this white line, and at that point that's where you want to turn and hug the corner here. Try and get as close as you can to those tyres there without going into them, and then clipping these corners. This will just give you that extra bit of speed going through. And this is your braking point just around the 2 board, and the last cone is where you're going to be wanting to turn. Hugging this corner and going using as much of the track as you can, even using this yellow section here before you take a little run down this back straight. And when you get towards this corner here, you want to lift off the throttle by about 25% just to give you a bit more rotation turning into the corner. This is your braking point, that's patch on the right, on the left, and that red cone, the last one, is your turning point going into this corner. You want to hug it and stay as close to the yellow curbs as you can. And third gear, you don't want to go below third. That's your braking point there, and stay straight as you brake until the end of this yellow curb and start turning left there at that point. One thing I've noticed is try and listen to that tyre squeal as you go through the corners. You want to hear as little as you can, because the less tyre squeal that you hear, the more grip you've got on the car. And with this section here, you really just want to keep the acceleration going. You want to be changing into 6th gear at about 144 miles per hour. I didn't get it quite right on this one. And you want to go into 7th gear at around the 166-67 miles per hour. When you get to this point here, just before the 2 board, you want to be braking in a straight line, but also have your car already angled into these corners. You want to clip each one of those yellow ones, and as you power out here, I've not done this as well as I could do, but you want to just try and keep that momentum going through that bus stop chicane. And with this back straight, this bank corner here, you just want to stay down low, close to the yellow, and just get, again, the acceleration through the gears. You want to change it around the 166-67 miles per hour, and just stay as far left as you can all the way through. Just make the length of the track as short as you can. And we've gone through in the 51.806, which I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. And that puts me within 1.84% of the world record time. It's a pretty good lap. It's probably more than what you need for the gold medal and get the 2 million credits. Bear in mind, with those 2 million credits, you do need to wait 2 weeks till you get them. But if you get about a 52.5, you should be more than all right with that. I don't think the lap times go down by more than about a second at this point. And people like Valerio Gallo's already done this. If someone's going to be even quicker unless he tries it, you're pretty safe with probably about a 52.5. But 52.0, you should be more than well off with that. So again, guys, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this guide for the average race driver. Again, it's not one of those for the fastest overall time. It's just to get the gold. But if you have enjoyed it, as I've said before, please do hit that like button. And please do hit that subscribe button. You guys have been amazing so far. Can't thank you guys all enough for the support to the channel. And I will catch you on the next one. See you later.